Okay, so we're back. So what last thing we had to do was take our number, whatever we stopped with here, and put it on to basically it tells us right here, line 1040, line 8. So that number 7560 will go back to line 8, 7560. All right, line 9 is if you have a business, so that's not us. Skip 10, taxable income. Subtract lines 8 and 9 from 7. So it's strange wording, but basically it's saying take line 7, subtract this and this. So basically we're going to get to 0, right? Or negative, really. 7230 minus 7560. Well, we're going to zero that out, and then there's nothing on this line. So you don't ever put negatives, you just put 0. So 0, it says if 0 or less, enter 0, which is exactly what we did. And because we've basically come down to 0 tax at this point, we're pretty much done with tax calculations. So we'll keep going through the lines. 11 tax, 12 child credit. All right, take it easy. 13, subtract 12 from 11. So we're just dealing with a bunch of zeros, right? 12 from 11 is 0. 14, there's no other taxes. 15 is add 13 14, just more zeros. We're just carrying this all down. The last thing we'll actually put into this return is the federal income tax withheld from W 2. So this is the money your boss took out. So that same W 2 wages form that your boss will send to you, mail to you at the end of the year, will say not only how much money you made, like 7210 from their job that you worked, but it also say, okay, how much taxes did they take out of every paycheck? And we definitely want to report that. So let's go back to the actual form. Give me a second here. Okay, back to the problem. Your W 2 shows you earned, we did that. And then here's the federal withholding income tax of 840. So that's how much your boss took out of your paycheck. So we'll use that number right down here. Federal income tax line 16, $840. So there we go. 17, none of this is going to apply. This usually is like you have kids and a bunch of other situations going on, but nothing for us in this case. 18, add 16 and 17, so 840 plus 0 is 840. And now it's basically time to figure out if we have a refund, which we should. If 18 is more than 15, 18 is definitely more than 15 since 15 is 0. We have a refund. So we're going to go ahead and put that, and it tells you the math right here. Subtract 15 from 18. So 15 from 18 would be basically 840 minus 0 is 840. Line 20, if 19 is a refund, how much you want refunded? Basically, we want all of it, right? We want to get it all back. And that's it. And the reason we have a refund, again, is because we figured out from our standard deduction, it was more than our actual income. So it wiped out any income, which is great. And that happens for a student usually. So we had no tax. We essentially don't owe any tax to the government. So we're going to get it all back. Everything that our boss took out and gave to the government during the year while we were working, we're getting that back, which is great. And this is the reason a high schooler would normally file a tax return, even if you don't owe tax, which legally you don't actually have to file this because we want a refund. Now, maybe you don't have $840, maybe you get $120, but even that's better than nothing. Last, I just talked real quick. If we actually had owed taxes, so in a case where we maybe made like $15,000 or whatever, in that case, we'd have more income than we'd have like standard deductions. So our income would be higher. Maybe this would be knocked down to like $4,000 or $5,000, whatever it would be. There's a possibility that we would owe money based on how much tax is calculated on that income. But for this return, we do not owe anything. So that's it. You'll either only have something on these lines or you'll only have something on this line. You don't get both a refund and owe. So that's it. You would come back to this page, print it, sign it, date it, and you would send it in the government and get your refund. Real quick, here you can also put in like your routing number if you want them to direct deposit the money straight to your like checking account. You can fill out your bank information here. Otherwise, they will just mail you a check with your refund. Usually takes like I don't know 2 to 3 weeks maybe. So let me know if you have any questions.